You're not ready to attack that one. It's wearing that stove as armor. Try attacking the smaller ones until you've increased your combat skills.
So RuneScape added a new tutorial for mobile players, and in this video I'd like to cover it and share my thoughts. So whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, I did the tutorial on both mobile and PC. You can do the tutorial on mobile by creating an account on mobile and then playing from mobile, and you can do it on PC by creating an account on mobile and then logging into your PC client. First impressions wise, it looks really good on both mobile and PC, and the visuals are quite good. The tutorial starts off with a cutscene about a raft full of trolls, starting off the tutorial story. You're then given an introduction to basic movement controls, and you then have to go over an obstacle to talk to the Mayor NPC, which is the main NPC for the tutorial. It comes down to trolls taking over his mansion in Davendale, and you have to help out Davendale, being the tutorial town, by either fishing and cooking food for the wounded to heal them up, or by fighting the trolls and giving an example to rally the villagers behind you to take down the trolls. And by the way, it is voice acted, every little bit of it, which is great. Even the trolls have voices, and honestly, I'm a big fan of that. It's definitely something that should be in a tutorial.
Mayor Davin sent me here to collect food to raise our spirits against the trolls. Can you bring me cooked fish? I'll show you how. You need a tool to catch fish.
I don't know about you, but with the ambience, the sound and the music, the fishing part of the tutorial is actually really relaxing, like a gathering skill should be.
You look like you can handle yourself. Here, borrow this longsword. It's a family heirloom. My dad sharpens it every night.
Seriously though, like, the voice acting in this tutorial sounds fitting, it sounds realistic and believable. Apart from the mayor, I kinda, his voice sounds a little off to me, personally, it's just my opinion.
We get things done, we just need to be shown how.
I don't know what it is, but something about the mayor just doesn't seem right in terms of the voice acting. But that's a very picky thing, like a nitpicky thing. As for the combat part of the tutorial, it's really good because it doesn't show you the action bar. Now that might sound weird, but Revolution is turned on automatically here, and I think that's a good thing. It might sound like it's something misleading, but it's a good thing because it's a mobile tutorial, and planting the idea that abilities can be activated automatically into your player's head for a mobile player, or just new players in general, is a good thing. I generally think this is a good idea, and it teaches players that, you know, you don't have to tap everything to play the game, because some players think EOC, or RuneScape 3 for that matter, is basically button mashing, like... But it isn't, it doesn't have to be. Having said that, there's something that happens during this part of the tutorial that I think is a very poor decision from Jagex's end. And that is the fact that the trolls, or the boss, drop a bronze shield. I don't think it's a good idea to teach players to equip a shield early on, because they are going to get the misconception that having a shield and a weapon is a good idea because you get it from the tutorial. It's absolutely not a good idea to play with a shield and a weapon camping. There's no reason to. You don't even need a shield early game. There's no reason to use a shield anywhere low level. That maybe a resonance here and there, but like, there's no reason, guys. There's no reason. And besides that, resonance requires a level 48 defense, so you know, like, why a bronze shield? Why not give them an offhand weapon or like a bronze 2H or something? The reason I'm saying this is because I ran around Burthorpe on the day of release, and I saw quite the amount of players killing cows and chickens with a shield equipped. Now sure, that doesn't mean they're going to be using that shield, you know, 50 levels later, but it does kind of plant the idea in their head that it's a good idea to use a shield and a sword, because in other games, that's definitely something that's a thing with classes. But in RuneScape, it's just, there's no reason to. It doesn't benefit you in any way, really. One more thing regarding the combat section, why aren't the trolls fighting back? Now that is super nitpicky, I know, but like, make the tutorial feel real, make it feel intense, make the trolls deal damage, and actually require the player to use food. Don't let them die, like, cap it out at 1 HP so that the player can't actually physically die during the tutorial, but make it feel like something's going on. Now the trolls are literally just standing there saying fee fi fo fum.
You did it, adventurer!
I'm seriously not trying to take the piss out of the tutorial, but the rats on the tutorial island do fight back. Just saying. You then get a little cutscene, you're told to create your character, and then teleport to the Burthorpe Lodestone, and that is the end of the tutorial. But overall, I think this is a good tutorial for mobile players because according to Mod Stu, the average mobile player's attention span or session, or until they possibly might click away and never play the game again, is up to 5 minutes long, which means the tutorial needs to be fast and short, which is why you don't see all of the skills you do see on Tutorial Island on the PC tutorial, which teaches you a little bit more about the action bar, prey, and so on. But that being said, we do have the path system to teach the player. It's basically a second tutorial in-game, so it doesn't matter if the tutorial doesn't teach you everything because it just simply can't. The path does help out a lot though, and you're basically directed to the path as soon as you get to Burthorpe.
I guess let's keep it with the used to for this one. How long is the tutorial expected to take to complete overall?
We're aiming for 5 minutes. I'd say probably it's leaning a little bit towards 10 minutes at the moment, so we're going to try to refine that a bit. But yeah, that's our principal aim is that we know mobile players will generally make their decision within their first 5 minutes. So that's the critical time that we want to manage things for them.
If you're wondering, it took me about 8 minutes to get through the tutorial while reading the text, and actually a little bit longer on PC, but that's because I did everything. I tried to look around, I did fishing, I did a little bit of combat, did a little bit of mix of everything, and it definitely wasn't 5 minutes for me. That being said, overall, I think this is a good tutorial, and for mobile players, it's perhaps the right thing to do. The hidden revolution bar is a good thing, it's visually pleasing, there's funny voice lines, the voice acting itself is great, the tutorial is straight to the point, and it shows what RuneScape can be. The only real cons I have is giving players a shield early on is just a bad idea, and that the trolls don't fight back. There are also apparently occasional bugs where you can't get through the character creation screen, or there's graphical glitches, which I did actually encounter the third time I made a new account on mobile to see if I could, encounter those bugs for myself. With that being said though, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think about Dave and Dale as a new tutorial for mobile players. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.